Hi, this is Dr. Marv-Rosenberg of the Safaris. As many of you know, especially you dog owners, a dog is a man's best friend. Your pet dog loves its owner unconditionally. They are called man's best friend for it refers to the close relationship they develop with their owner and family, and their loyalty and companionship. They'd also protect you from harm, even if it meant putting their own life on the line. There have been some hit songs about different aspects of man's best friend. First, to express this idea of a dog being a man's best friend, this is a moving story. The story goes back in the day of Beach Boy Brian Wilson, who was bedridden with depression. Nothing could get him out of his bedroom. Finally, a family friend came by and gave Brian a little Irish setter puppy that Brian named Shannon. Well, guess what? Shannon's love and charisma got Brian out of bed, and actually he became more active. In fact, Brian and Shannon romped on the beaches of Southern California every day for months. They loved each other. But one horrible day, Shannon was carried out to sea. Brian's heart was broken and he became depressed and bedridden again. Henry Gross wrote a song about that true story. Here is Henry's hit song, Shannon.
Another day's at end. Mama says she's tired again. No one can even begin to tell her. I hardly know what to say, but maybe it's better that way. If Papa were here, I'm sure he'd tell her. Mama tries hard to pretend things will get better again. Somehow she's keeping it all inside her. But finally the tears fill our eyes, and I know that somewhere tonight she knows how much we really miss her. Shannon is gone.
Probably the first song about a man's best friend was way back in 1955. It was when Patti Page wanted a dog so badly and asked the question, how much is that doggy in the window?
How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. I must take a trip to California and leave my poor sweetheart alone. If he has a dog, he won't be lonesome, and the doggy will have a good home. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. Paper, there are robbers with flashlights that shine in the dark. My love needs a doggy to protect him and scare them away with one bark. I don't want a bunny or a kitty. I don't want a parrot that talks. I don't want a bowl of little fishes. He can't take a goldfish for a walk. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. I do hope that doggy's for sale.
The word dog or puppy has been used as part of catchphrases. Let's take, for example, the term puppy love. This is an informal term for feeling love and infatuation, often felt by young people in their childhood and adolescence. The term resembles the adoring and affection that they may be felt by a puppy. The term usually implies this isn't a love that's going to be a lasting relationship. Paul Anka knows that when he describes this feeling in his song, Puppy Love.
And they called it puppy love. Oh, I guess they'll never know how a young heart really feels and why I love her so. And they called it puppy love just because we're 17. Tell them all it, please tell them it isn't fair to take away my only dream. I cry each night my tears for you. My tears are all in vain. I hope and I pray that maybe someday you'll be back in my arms once again. Help me, please. Is the answer up above? How can I tell them this is not a puppy love. Someone help me, help me, help me, please. Is the answer up above? How can I ever tell them this is not a puppy love?
There's another sad song about a dog, and I'm referring to the song Old Shep, recorded by Elvis in 1956. The song was written by Red Foley back in 1933. What he wrote about was actually about a dog he owned in his childhood. Red's dog was a German shepherd named Hoover, who was poisoned by a neighbor. It broke Red's heart, so he wrote a song about his beloved dog. 23 years later, here's the final result of the song and a change of the name of the dog. It's a song by Elvis Presley. It's Old Shep.
When I was a lad, an old Shep was a pup. Over hills and meadows we'd stray, just a boy and his dog. We were both full of fun. We grew up together that way. I remember the time at the old swimming hole when I would have drowned beyond doubt. But old Shep was right there to the rescue. He came, he jumped in and helped pull me out. As the years fast did roll, old Sheppy grew. His eyes were fast growing dim, and one day the doctor looked at me and said, I can do no more for him, Jim. With hands that were trembling, I picked up my gun and aimed it at Shep's faithful head. I just couldn't do it. I wanted to run. I wish they would shoot me instead. He came to my side and he looked up at me and laid his old head on my knee. I had struck the best friend that a man ever had. I cried so I scarcely could see. Old Sheppy has gone,
where the good doggies go, and no more with old Shep will I roam. But if dogs have a heaven, there's one thing I know: old Shep has a wonderful home.
Now, there can be a real negative catchphrase regarding a man's best friend. The phrase is hound dog. It's an expression referring to a man who sought a woman to take care of him. In essence, using someone. It's a negative phrase that also may mean that a person who is not trustworthy lied or stabbed one in the back. So here's Elvis singing about a hound dog.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, you're crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Well, they said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. Yeah, they said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. Yeah, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Well, they said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. Yeah, they said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. Yeah, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Well, they said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. You know they said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. Yeah, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit. You ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a hound.
Another negative term is bird dog. What's a bird dog? It primarily refers to a guy who is primarily interested in romancing other guys' girlfriends. The Everly Brothers expressed this so well with their hit record, Hey Bird Dog, Stay Away From My Quail.
Johnny is a joker, he's a bird, a very funny joker, he's a bird. But when he jokes my honey, he's a dog. His joking ain't so funny, what a dog. Johnny is a joker that's a-trying to steal my baby, he's a bird dog. Johnny sings a love song like a bird, sings the sweetest love song you ever heard. But when he sings to my gal, what a howl. To me he's just a wolf dog on the prowl. Johnny wants to fly away and puppy love my baby, he's a bird dog. Hey bird dog, get away from my quail. Hey bird dog, you're on the wrong trail. Bird dog, you better leave my lovely dove alone. Hey bird dog, get away from my chick. Hey bird dog, you better get away quick. Bird dog, you better find a chicken little of your own. Johnny kissed the teacher, he's a bird. He tiptoed up to reach her, he's a bird. Well, he's a teacher's pet he's a dog. What he wants he can get now. What a dog. He even made the teacher let him sit next to my baby. He's a bird dog. Hey bird dog, get away from my quail. Hey bird dog, you're on the wrong trail. Bird dog, you better leave my lovely love alone. Hey bird dog, get away from my chick. Hey bird dog, you better get away quick. Bird dog, you better find a chicken little of your own. He's a bird.
There was a fun song about a make-believe dog. Who was he? It was a beagle named Snoopy who was created by Charles Schulz in his comic strip Peanuts. He was Charlie Brown's pet beagle. Well, the Royal Guardsmen came out with a novelty song called Snoopy versus the Red Baron, when Snoopy imagined himself as a World War I pilot facing off against the Red Baron. Remember this one? Here are the Royal Guardsmen.
Achtung, jetzt wir singen zusammen die Geschichte über den Schweinkopf, den Hund und den lieben Rennbären. After the turn of the century, in the clear blue skies over Germany, came a roar and a thunder men have never heard, like the screaming sound of a big warbird. Up in the sky, a man in a plane, Baron von Richthofen was his name. 80 men tried, and 80 men died. Now they're buried together on the countryside. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or more, the bloody Red Baron was rolling up the score. 80 men died trying to end that spree of the bloody Red Baron of Germany. In the nick of time, a hero arose, a funny-looking dog with a big black nose. He flew into the sky to seek revenge, but the Baron shot him down. Curses filed again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or more, the bloody Red Baron was rolling up the score. 80 men died trying to end that spree of the bloody Red Baron of Germany. Now Snoopy had sworn that he'd get that man, so he asked the great pumpkin for a new battle plan. He challenged the German to a real dog fight. While the Baron was laughing, it got him in his sight. That bloody Red Baron was in a fix. He tried everything, but he'd run out of tricks. Snoopy fired once and he fired twice, and that bloody Red Baron went spinning out of sight. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or more, the bloody Red Baron was rolling up the score. 80 men died trying to end that spree of the bloody Red Baron of Germany. Well, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or more, the bloody Red Baron was rolling up the score. 80 men died trying to end that spree.
Here's a song about a guy, his girlfriend, and their dog traveling and living off the land. It's Lobo singing Me and You and a Dog Named Boo.
I remember to this day the bright red Georgia clay, how it stuck to the tires after the summer rain. Will power made that old cargo, a woman's mind told me that's so. Oh, how I wish we were back on the road again. Me and you and a dog named Boo, traveling and a living off the land. Me and you and a dog named Boo, how I
Norma Tanaga had a song she wrote called Walking a Cat Named Dog. Now, Norma wrote this and said the meaning of the song is she always wanted a pet dog, but because of her living situation, they wouldn't allow dogs. She could only have a cat as a pet. So what's the second best thing she did? She named her cat Dog and wrote a song about the dilemma. Here's Norma Tanaga with Walking My Cat Named Dog.
I'm walking all around the town, singing all the people down, talking around. Me and my cat named Dog, we're walking high against the fog, singing the sun, singing the sun. Happy, sad, and crazy wonder, choking up my mind with perpetual dreaming. Drifting up and down the street, searching for the sound of people swinging their feet. Dog is a good old cat. People, what you think of that? That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Happy, sad, and crazy wonder, choking up my mind with perpetual dreaming. Dog is a good old cat. People, what you think of that? That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
Yes, a dog is a man's best friend. Many dogs are brought into old age homes to play with the residents and show them love. It has really helped bring them happiness, and a lot of these older folks who, don't seem to have a lot of people visiting them. Yes, dogs show unconditional love. They'd even put their own lives on the line to protect you. I feel all people can learn a lot about dogs and maybe should adopt some of their ways. Yes, this could make a better world to live in. Hope you enjoyed this program on Man's Best Friend. This is Dr. Marv-Rosenberg from the Safaris saying I hope you enjoyed our show. Thank you for listening, and goodbye, everybody.